Welcome to another day of Behind the Name. Your boy Prince J. Ron.
Hey,
I
yo,
got
Bull Della.
Hey, today, I've been excited for this all day. We got a legendary
Living legend.
in the building, Princess.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, if you don't know, well, now you're about to know. We man, this woman right here, man, still in the circle doing her thing. That's that right there. Like, man, how you feeling today?
Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm excited and nervous because I don't know,
Nervous?
dancing is just like second nature for me.
Yeah.
So it's like everything. I was like, I'm gonna keep dancing until I can't dance no more.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
kind of a personal love. I just feel like that's how I found myself too. So it's a big thing. It's a big thing. It's a big thing, especially when somebody wants you to put it on the forefront. You think about it, but you don't really think about it.
Yeah. That's one thing. That's one thing I love about the show because it brings up so many memories. You start to remember, like, dang, I forgot about this. I forgot about that. So,
Mm.
so without further ado, we want to take it way back. Before you all of that. Before that, we want to go to your upbringings and when was the first time that you got introduced to like dance and into the culture? So,
Well, actually, I grew up actually at the swim pool, crazily, and I used to do water shows with my mom, so I would always dance. I come from a dancing family. My mom and them used to actually perform at the McCormick Place. They used to call them the Williams family dancers. So and my dad was a dancer too. But let's see. But introducing all the way into footwork, it kind of started back in like 1993. My mom was working at Diet High School after school program, and Marcus Hendricks started to work there. And he brought the dance group with him, K Phi. And so that's the beginning of when I started to really get out there in footwork. Was learning the style and kind of what they did. That's really how it began at Diet High School. With the Irk and Jerk. It's probably one of our favorites. That's where you start. It's the first footwork you learn. You learn how to irk. You know.
How old were you?
I was actually 13.
13.
Eighth grade. Yeah. So
Eighth grade, starting early.
yeah.
Early.
Yeah.
That's
Eighth grade.
that's cold. That's cold. Did you get a what? So when you while you was there, when at that time was it? It wasn't too much. Was it mostly dancing and less footwork at that time?
So it was a little combination of everything mixed in. You had to be a real round dancer back then. So you had to be able to do gimmicks, tricks, and also footwork. So and you would do teamed up, guy and male, male and female was going on, so you would probably do it like a slow dance, kind of what they do, but more of you had a partner, thing was going on. So you kind of get matched up to your speed. And so my main dance partner, his name was Cortland. And when I tell you he got that heat, I got energy, but I'm gonna tell you, you put us together, it would be like magic. So you kind of get matched up to your speed, and Colin was my main man, and footwork and gimmicking, we just matched equally.
Mm. So it so while you so while at so at this time you was learning dance and learning as far as a little bit of footwork and things like that. Was there any difficulties that you was coming across at that time?
Yeah, I mean, when you footwork, I mean, I had this young lady, her name was Chanel, and Chanel, the teachers was everything back in the day. So let me explain that because that's a very important part. When you're a
Yeah.
teacher, you got to be patient. And with that being said, Chanel used to take me in the back and sit on the table and make me do it like 100 times. Okay, like come on, do it again, do it again, do it again. And like break it down to you. So I wanted to be that type of teacher. She kind of taught me that discipline. Like, man, I want to be patient with people because I want you to get it. I want that to be a part of who I am, because I had really, really great teachers growing up from the age of 13 to 18, the young ladies who danced before me, the young ladies who started K Phi 9. They were the start. They were supposed to be like a training group to go into UFIU. So that's really how
Okay.
K Phi 9 started. And but they got so good, and Marcus was like, I think I'm just gonna keep my own group. And
Ah,
so that kind of leveled K Phi 9 off. And and that's kind of how it, okay, we're not a training group anymore. Now we come in to take titles, you know. Now we
right.
want to be on the scene. And back then it was how Somatic was, they ran it. They was the it. Youth I used, they was the it. So it was all about them. And those were little Marcus' best friends. So now we up against, you know what I mean? So that's where he came from. And so now it's like, oh, okay, we gotta get up there, and we gotta, they gotta see us.
Mm. And I heard you said some of the before you had gotten to that, you were saying when you first had joined the group, it was little things that you was learning, and I know you mentioned gimmicks. So for those that's around the world that may not know what a gimmick is, can you kind of explain a little bit
Yeah,
on
sure.
the
So
idea of
let's
what that
say,
is, or the different categories that y'all
yeah.
was learning?
So my one of my favorite gimmicks, we was doing, what was we doing? The Regal Theater, okay, and it was a dancer. His name was Derek, and um, part of his gimmick was he took his shoe off and was making a phone call, and the track was, I think I got a booty call. So he was acting like he had a booty call, but he had a shoe in his hand. So that was one of our gimmicks. Or we'll open up the show. We used to have a K Phi 9 singer. Her name was Tiffany. She also danced too, but she would open up the show with a song. And when I say she can sing,
Mm.
it would be amazing. It was just a setup. Um, and then our other famous gimmick would be Michael Jackson Thriller. I mean, we would have a casket. We would dress up as ghouls, like we was dead. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, y'all.
Oh no, you
Um,
good.
so that would be some of our gimmicks. I mean, from the Tina Turners. So whoever role you wanted to play, or
Mm.
whatever, sometimes you guys have theme things now, but ours were always themed inside of the dance. It was
Mm.
always a theme. It was always a costume before. So you would put on that particular gimmick. I mean, we used to do a lot of R. Kelly, you know what I mean, and set the scene. It was kind of like you was at a concert, we was doing a concert, each individual group.
Like a full show production.
Oh yeah, so then you had to be well-rounded. You couldn't just, oh, I'm just a footwork girl. I mean, you did have some out there that's what they did, like Davette. She was just known for the footwork girl. But I mean, if you seen her, you understand why. It made a lot of sense. You know what I mean? So some people were blessed like that, but I wanted to be everything. I wanted to perform in every single routine. I wanted to be back in there. And it wasn't, oh, you come in a group and you be in the front of the line. No, you had to really earn it. You,
Wow.
you had to earn it. You hear me? You couldn't just, oh, I know somebody who, no, 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 no. Or, because you be out in the party and you know how to, no, you had to earn that spot. You was trying to take down spots like, hey, I want to be a part of that.
I want to take it back a little bit. How was the auditions though? Like, how did you like? Because I know I remember it was like there was no like, okay, you go, you try out for this group or whatever, and you get in.
Mhm.
Like a lot of people have to try out like 3-4 times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, getting
Hard
sick
work.
the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Like, so how was that process for you?
so remember I told you K Phi 9 was a training group, right?
Right.
So this was probably the smartest thing little Marcus would do. You would audition, you'll get in the middle of everybody, you tell him your name, you'll tell him what school you came from, and then he'll ask you like, why do you want to join K Phi 9? I think I probably said I love to dance, and so you kind of danced, but his thing was if you can excite him a little bit, then he was okay with putting you on a team, but training you. And remember, I said you had to work to get up in the line. It might be 3 rows of lines. You know what I mean? You had the hitters, you had the second row. His little bag up team that if the hitters couldn't make it, and then you probably had the third row. It depended on how big the group was at the time. Because the groups fluctuated during that time a lot. So you just that was a great thing. You can come and get a start with K Phi 9. That's what I loved about them too, about us. You can get a start, you know what I mean? So even if you weren't the greatest dancer, we kind of just didn't give up on you. And once I got so good, I wanted to train everybody. Like I trained a lot of girls, especially with bangs and ergs, that was kind of my thing. So I wanted to make sure you can ghost, you know what I mean? I wanted to give you that. I wanted to give you that. I wanted you to feel it. You know what I mean? So that was kind of, our thing and how we got down. So it wasn't as hard as all the other groups probably,
Right.
but he built some history. You know what I mean? Our kids were started as really, really some little kids, and we would see them blossom. You know what I mean? And that's what I liked about it.
What who is some of the kids that was during those training sessions or during those times that's like doing it now? Like is they still is it some of them that's out now like still active?
Maybe Candace and Wuda. Candace,
Wuda.
Wuda was Wuda started with us. She was a baby in diapers. Okay, and I think her sister came to us when she was 7. And I think I seen her do a video not too long ago, maybe in her own space. But I just remember her being a little bitty girl. Okay. I'm trying to see who else is out there that. Yeah, sorry, y'all. Mr. Busy. Just even like with Tish the Empire. Tish was a young girl when she started, dancing, wow. Which had some other training. She used to go to I think Premier One dance. She used to dance with. So she's kind of like a studio dancer too, right. As well as a street dancer. And she has an empire. So just trying to think of some of the names. I have to think about it.
Wow, that's some history right there.
Yeah.
It's like following the roots of the tree. Everybody connected somehow, some way. I was gonna also ask too, because during that time, what was it like with your first performance?
Oh my God, you nervous then, you losing it, okay? You just want to do good. And then, I gotta put this out there. Being a heavier girl, you always judge. You know what I mean? You always, when they see you, slow fat girl, she want to dance. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be thinking, I don't know if they're ready for this heat, okay? Right. But I was like, you always had something to prove. I just felt like, and where's my very first performance? Now you're making me think.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give you my very first big performance because I'm a little old, okay? No, right. The biggest performance probably that I could say just put some history on me, and that would probably be the Regal Theater. Because the Regal Theater, I mean, just a
legendary spot.
Everything about it. It was like almost like you felt like you was famous.
Yeah.
Felt like you was famous. You was just out there. And you saw the stage and just just all of it putting together. And it's like, okay, you can't miss a beat, you can't miss a step. I'm sweating, you know, and because I mean, we grew up doing a lot of gym shows and stuff like that. But when you get on a huge stage like that, it was like, man, okay, I got this, I got this. And then you had the solo, you know, solo was big back then too. So, you know, if you got chose to do the solo, look, you don't always get that opportunity, okay? It's got to be sick. So whatever your main heat is, that's what you better come with, okay? And so that's why, you know, I always got to bang because they'd be like, how do you bang like that? And I'll be like, look, bang is just me, okay? But the Regal Theater is one of the places I can say that just stick with me. If I can't remember any other show, the Regal, when we took House-O-Matic, okay? When we took the show, when we beat House-O-Matic, it was like, we the man now. You can't have us now. Yeah,
Hey,
we can't.
that's a legendary moment.
Sounds, the costumes, you know what I mean? We didn't have a lot of money then either, you know what I mean? We didn't have no resources. We were making stuff. I mean, we were hustling. I mean, you know, a lot of us didn't have a lot of parent support. They didn't get it. You know, like I said, I came from a swim family. So my mother wanted me to swim. So she was kind of mad about me wanting to dance like that, you know. So, you know, I just hustled for all of my uniforms. I didn't even ask, you know what I mean? I was just like, I'm getting myself. I don't want no reason for you to stop me from dancing. Good grades. Hey, if I got to walk, if I got to sneak, look, it was just that. It meant that much to me, you know. So
in the heart. Back then they didn't as far as raising money, they didn't do stuff like tagging or anything at that time, right?
No, we didn't tag.
Okay.
No. I
was
mean, we'll try
curious
to
about that.
throw little shows and stuff like that, but sell a little candy, you know. If you
I was
ain't eat your candy.
Right. I was just about to say that, like, you know, sell some candy, you know what I mean, to
Mhm.
raise money and stuff like that. It was
Yeah,
all
yeah.
Oh, yeah, and for those overseas in Chicago, when groups are trying to raise money, they usually be at stoplights and they'll dance for money. So that's what we call tagging out here. Just got to break down the lingo for those that may not know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right, so you can understand.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what was one of your no, scratch that. I'm going to the battles.
He's so funny.
Scratch that. Take us back to that first battle though. Like, and I'm talking about not a group battle neither. I'm talking about a one-on-one. I know you had those.
yeah, of course. I'm gonna take you to a battle that I lost though, because it's one of my favorite battles.
Let's go.
And it's one of my favorite battles though. And it was with Davette though. So we was at the center. We was at the center, 51st, you know, to go down, project party, you know,
right.
51st and Federal. And I'm talking about when I say it was packed, y'all, it was crazily packed. It looked like we was having a Buck Bellington parade in there. And you know what the Buck Bellington parade, biggest parade in the world, okay?
Yes.
It was that many people in this party, okay? So it's actually me and my little sister. I don't know if people really know. My little sister danced too. She was more of a freelancer dancer, but for a little while she danced with K Phi. So anyway, we on the stage, we getting it, y'all. We going crazy, crowd going crazy. It's going down, right? So you know how you end it and you're back to the crowd, but you're going off to this side door, right? And you hear the track change. It's banging. I don't remember what the track is. And all you hear the crowd say, "Ooh," right? And I'm like, oh, we was battling phase 2. That's what we was battling. Goldie and them. We was getting with them. Okay. So anyway, you hear the crowd go, "Ooh," and you know, it was almost like I turned around in slow motion. Like I turned around, it was Davette, and I just looked. Oh, man, Davette. But I ain't no punk, okay? I ain't no punk. Right. But she come out and she rocking. She got on some baggy. I could tell you what she had on. She had some baggy jeans. You can see her little boxes a little bit because you know she always kind of dressed like a little boy. You know, little baggy shirt. You know, and she got a cigarette and a can and a pop. I think a Pepsi. Right, and she coming out, but she dancing. She got these things in her hand. Right, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, she ain't even gonna do us like that. You gonna bang us with this in your hand? Like,
you gonna dance with the props?
This is what you gonna do to us? Okay. So anyway, she banged it up because she's so smooth and she glide across the floor. It's just amazing when you see her. Okay, it's amazing when you see her. So anyway, she did her thing, and my sister was like, "Go and get her. I'm, I'm definitely coming back out here. I'm definitely not a punk." Okay, so I came out doing my thing and my bangs in there.
Yeah.
What I mean, the crowd giving us some juice, but we knew how she just rocked us. She did rock us because she snuck out on us. It was more like a sneak attack. you know. So, but anyway, we finished that night. We still, shook it up. Ain't no love lost, ain't no love lost. Or whatever. And ever since then, I was like, I got to be better. You know what I mean? I got to get better. I need a rematch, or whatever. It's funny because maybe about 7 years ago, I saw Davette at a party, and we kind of chopped it up. And she was like, "Because I always thought you didn't like me," and I used to be like, "What? Oh my God,
That's
girl,
so crazy.
you were the coldest." You know what I mean? Because it would be like, I don't know, because some of the groups didn't talk then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It would just be a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? We're all trying to do the same thing, really. We all really, once you have a talk with each other, and that's a big thing. All of you guys get to reach out and talk way more than we do. You guys have a connection, and that's really big because you guys can really build something as a community, and that's everything for the dance world. And now, when you see it in China and all these other places, and I can just say, I was a part of that. I was a part of, manifesting this footwork, dance, Chicago style, um, thing that saved a lot of people I know from the streets, from a lot
Yes.
of different things, and that's an important thing. But anyway, when we chopped it up or whatever, I was like, David, I always loved you. I knew you was like just, oh, you were just amazing from a girl's side of footwork. If you wanted to, not a lot of girls then just footwork though. You know what I mean? We did a little bit of everything. Like I said, we can sexy dance, as you want to call it. We bang it up. Some of the girls did some tricks. Splits, flips, things like that. And so that put me in a mindset that um, it's okay if you're just gonna do your footwork thing. But just be good at it. So,
Yeah, no, that's
I was
crazy.
just about to ask that too, as far as like what other girls was around that time that was at that level.
oh man, so we had legs. Legs is more like my cousin. We both grew up in the swim world. Our parents and legs. We had the Michis. We had Joanne, which Joanne comes up here and practices with me and Dayon. She's another one of our hitters.
Mm,
God, we had Darnisha, and Darnisha and them started before me. Um,
mm.
Darnisha, what is the other girl name? God, man. I mean, they had to be. I used to always think they was older than me, but they was really my age. But they were so mature because they've been dancing. So they had to. They carry themselves a certain way. Um, mm, yeah, I'm getting a little old. Okay, I need to write down some names at this point.
That's
Man, that's good. I'm learning. I'm
Yeah,
over
yeah. I
here
mean, but like I said, it's we got the Mimicos, from U5U. You got the Moraines, you got Kim from House of Matic. I mean, it's this list goes so long, y'all. And a
man.
lot of these young ladies I just named was dancing before me.
Shout
Okay,
out to
they
the
was dancing
women.
before me. So. And it's crazy because they'll be like, Princess, you still be dancing? I'll be like, man, every chance I get, I'm trying to go on a party. That's my scene. I can't sit still. I might don't do it mm, on an everyday basis, like I want to, but like lately I feel like I want to, like, man, I miss it. It was just a different type of piece for me. When my kids was dancing before COVID, they was dancing. They started off with K Phi 9, and then they end up going to CYDC with Loco, because that's another good friend of mine. That's a legend, for a little while, and then we went over to the Empire with Tish, and so every summer, I would dance with the kids. I'd be like, I want to have some history or some memories, because my favorite time is the Buck Bimka Parade. If you
right.
want to see the best parade in
Yes.
the world, the most entertaining parade in the world, there's nothing like it, because the kids work really hard to show everybody what they got.
Yeah.
So I always like to
But
be in the
Birkin,
street.
definitely.
It's always the second Saturday in August. So if you don't remember no dates, you ain't gotta remember that. It's always the second Saturday in August. So
No, I
August 13th this year. It's August 13th.
August 13th. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
always talk about that too, to piggyback off what you were saying, as far as communication. You know what I mean? Like you didn't know who, like you have animosity against somebody for no reason. Though. For no reason. Like you just like why I'm mad at this person? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, every time I see him, you know what I'm saying? We don't even talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's war ready. Like we like ready to battle every time. Yeah. And then they backhand you like, man, I thought you ain't even like me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you don't know.
You ain't never opened up the door to talk.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Until people mature.
Like, yeah,
you know what? That make me think, y'all, we should have some type of picnics where we just mingle. You know what I mean? Like come kick it. Wear your group name. Let's mingle. You know what I mean? Let's get together. Let's play some games so we can connect. You know what I mean? Because all of us was there for the same thing. And that's for the love of dance. You know what I mean? Not only the love of dance, but the love of community, because that was your family. You know what I mean? K Phi was my family. You couldn't touch them. Or, you know, I'm usually a humble person until you know, touch my family. So, you know, so I think that was a lot of the things. So you was probably mad too, you know, because you like, oh, you got beef with my family, you know, you part of this crew. You know, it was just stupid. It was stupid.
Never thought a group thing. Y'all know,
it was just a group thing. But
mad at somebody in my group, you mad at me then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, talking crazy about my group members. What? Like, yo, it was boy.
It was
And it was so crazy. I could just think about like I think about old movies, like, you know what I'm saying, B Street and like, for real.
What was my favorite one? School Days.
It was when you saw, like, you can see one person, you think people about to jump them or something, but y'all about to dance though the whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just crazy. It was fun, man. It was
on site. Straight on site.
It was definitely fun.
So I know
it was definitely innocent though. Even though we did all that, it was really just an innocence that you felt free in. You felt special. You know, you felt like you had an outlet. I mean, if you was mad that day and you went to dance practice, I ain't even mad no more. I'm good. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I got all this love back. I'm good, y'all. I see y'all tomorrow, you know, and we'll be in that hours, y'all. Don't let it be a big show. We'll be in there for days, you know what I mean? You'll be up all night, okay, trying to get ready. You know, we ain't even gonna go there on the parade. Oh
my God. And I was, look, that's a good segue, because I was surely going there. I was about to say, so how was that experience for you? Like the first experience, because you probably
first parade.
Did a lot.
Y'all know, first of all, I've been doing the Buck Billing Parade since I was 10 years old. Okay, let's get that straight. Okay, so my dad would put us with these little dance teams, and we would do the parade before I started like fully dancing. And so my mom also used to run Washington Park pool, right? I told you we used to do water shows. So after every parade, we did a water show. So like water ballet, we used to do gimmicks, Spider-Man, Incredible Hulk, all this stuff, right? So, but when I finally started dancing in a dance team, I'm in my first parade. First of all, it rained on us. Our equipment went out. Our hair was messed up. And our clothes was wet, okay? That was my very first parade with K Phi. Okay? But I guarantee you we danced all the way hard. No doubt.
Wait,
in the rain. We ain't care. We still going.
This was in the beginning when it started raining? Or y'all was in the mid, like y'all was like, you know, in between?
Yeah, while we was waiting. You know, it's like a 2-hour, 3-hour wait. Crazy.
Oh.
Yes. We wasn't going home. We dancing.
Exactly.
We worked too hard.
Pay for that uniform too? Yeah,
right.
We out here.
We had on some cream Jinko. Okay, some long, that's when we used to wear long blue jean shorts. I don't know what we was thinking with that on, okay? The shoes was probably busted. I don't know. You know, it got better and better, but you know. But my most favorite parade, we wore red and white skirts. You know what I'm talking about there? Yeah. Okay, when I say we danced so hard, they was passing out at the end of this parade, okay? I ain't pass out, but when I say we danced our life out of our bodies, we danced our life out of our bodies. And you know our spot, K Phi spot is 51st. because that's where diet is. So when we get to 51st,
Y'all showing out.
it's all or nothing.
Right.
Okay, it's all or nothing. So whatever you got left, you better leave it on 51st. Okay.
Look, but
Okay.
they don't. I know you tell these stories probably to your kids. You know what I'm saying, and you know the youth that's around you. But like actually telling them or you know telling them the stories behind it. It's like okay, you telling them, but they don't really get it. They don't understand like from starting from the beginning of the parade.
Yes.
And you got to get up at like what 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we didn't even go to sleep. What you talking about?
I was about to say some people even go to sleep.
They go to sleep.
You gotta be in that number and then wait because we ain't going because you gotta wait because you in line. You got a number, so now you gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? Boom, y'all start performing. It's like what 50 blocks we want to say?
Man, it's a lot.
It's not even. It's only what from 30. Well, it used to be. So they changed it. Okay, so it's to be from what is it? 39th, right?
30, yeah, from 39th and King Drive to
And we talking city blocks.
to 55th.
Yeah,
To 55th.
right.
So yeah. But it used to be pushed back a little bit more. We had a couple of more blocks mixed in there a little bit.
Right.
So it depends on which side you came from too.
And
You might have came from King Drive, or you might come from that little side street by the waffle and chicken place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends on what your number was, what your lineup was.
But then
it's crazy. It's crazy because I done been in all the way to the last number, all the way to the beginning numbers. You know, when you hit the TV.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, with the Empire, we was Beetlejuice, and we hit the TV. Matter of fact, we hit the TV and the Chicago Tribune.
I remember that. Y'all was in the paper.
Yeah.
They was in the paper and everything. And
but worked out.
But not just off the strength for the parade, because it wasn't done. After you did the parade, you was going to the tennis court.
Let's go. The tennis court.
I was just about to say. Yeah,
let's go.
The tennis courts out the way.
That's even if you made it to the tennis courts, you might have a side battle before you got there.
Exactly.
Okay. Yep. And then so you got to create the whole picture. So all the vendors, all the families that come out and sell all this food and so they kind of stopped that. This last 10 years they've been trying to stop the people, but it used to be so many people out there. I mean, you probably seen your grandma, your uncle, and your auntie, okay? And everybody got some food, some trees, some water, something amazing. Okay, you can't get no food like this. You can't get no food like this. Okay, you can eat crazily. Okay, at the parade.
Yep. Yeah, I got them
so that was another one of the big things. Man. So you can get the treats of the south side of Chicago. Okay.
Yes.
And give me Italian beef. Give me something else. Okay.
Italian beef.
Got the cake lady. Okay.
Jerk chicken, all type of
the
stuff.
Snowball lady who give us free snowball because we just killed it, So
the snowball.
The snowball lady.
Yeah. Oh, don't go there with the icy cup, okay? Flip it upside down. Let me get that.
Exactly. Get all that shit.
Let me get that. Okay. Just some of the love that people don't really see.
Yes.
And then my stepfather was the police from 51st, so. I got top-notch security, okay? So, all the police officers, so I knew all the police. So we sliding in without our cars. You know what I mean? I'm getting a group. Hey, y'all need to bring y'all car over here. They're gonna let y'all in.
Perfect. Got the plug.
Yeah, so I mean it was just a really good time. It's always a good time. I'm sorry the stories they tell, but if you get in, come volunteer, come really get some of that hard work that the kids put in, and it's the performance and the show they're gonna try to put on. From the ripped uniforms, we still dancing. Right. From the ponytails falling off, we still dancing. You know what I mean? So all that is a part of it. We don't care. Look, you gotta finish the show. You hear me?
Yep,
and that was you gotta finish the show, no matter what you had going on. So
yes, but it's good to still know that a woman like yourself is still active, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that, back then in Chicago, the Chicago dance scene was like, you get to a certain age, they stop, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I'm too old now, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you always hear, yeah, I used to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to dance. I used to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you'll see them once every blue moon come to like a party or something, you know what I'm saying, and still dance, but to know that you still active and like I know when I was young, I used to hear your name. I kid you not, I used to hear Princess, but I never saw you. Like I never. That's all I used to. Hey, you need to see. You see this chick dance. You need to see Princess dance. Like who is that? Like you know what I'm saying? Like who is that? Like
You know what, too? I had a time where I went away for school. So around like between like 97 and 99, I went to cooking school because I'm a chef. So I went away, but I would come back in the summers and I would dance then. But yeah, I do have a period where I miss dancing. But then as soon as I came home, I was like, okay, I'm back dancing. You know, I danced with God, damn, what's Bernard's group? I cannot think of the name of it.
CMD.
Bernard, huh?
CMD. We
Oh,
started.
there you go. CMD. Yes. So we started dancing with CMD for a minute.
We started.
Which was,
I started dancing.
Well,
on us.
yeah. So that was another little venture, which Bernard Worthing was our manager at K Phi, and then he started his own group. So we kind of ventured over there for a little while and was dancing and did some things with him. So just, I don't know. I don't even know how they can stop because once I hear the music, the music in control.
That's man.
I'm not in control anymore. You just gotta let it be free. And it's crazy because I always get a conversation about how do you catch some beats like that, and I'll be like, I'm in love with the music. I don't even know half the time what the music say. I just know what the beats say. I mean, that's how you was taught to dance back then too.
Exactly.
Like when I look at the style now, they're a little bit faster than we were, and they don't necessarily always catch the beats. They might catch it sometime, but we were taught to dance and catch all the beats. Like that's how I got you. That's how I get your attraction to me because I'm gonna catch every beat. Every time you catch me, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? So that's how we were taught. So that's just everybody got their own style on how they do it, but that was like one of the things that we learned. We were taught to catch the beats.
You still got it because at the lodge you was taking
at the lodge.
What I'm talking about. Everybody else come to the Princess in the Circle, bro. Like ain't no, you know what I'm saying? You can't. And look, that's now sometimes you like some people get in the circle that used to dance. You like, okay, they give you might be one little round. And then that's it. You like, I don't even want to see them no more. You like, all right, cool. You did your thing. All right, go to the. But you bring something every time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every time you come out, you know what I'm saying? If it's a ghost, if it's a tick, if it's just, you know what I'm saying?
Every circle.
Every circle. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Princess be going crazy, bro. Like,
funny.
And then you come in with the fits though, with the outfits though. Look, you just
head to toe.
Bro. You got the outfit to match though. Like, you know what I'm saying? With the hair and everything. I'm like, she lit.
Y'all know it's all about the color,
Right.
It's the influence. You know what too? So also, growing up in the dance scene, like you had to like find yourself, you know what I mean? And like I said, being a heavier girl, which I really push heavier girls to dance because, we got a lot of spunk and people always kind of like put us to the side, like we're not as beautiful as powerful as a woman that has a nice shape, you know what I mean? But to me, I am what I believe I am, you know what I mean? And so with that being said, I hope that me dancing help other young women to know that you everything that you want to be, you know what I mean? Like when I dress, like I probably got too much clothes at this point, but when I dress, I just be feeling like when I look in the mirror, I'm dressing for me. Like I got to be completely turned on by when I see it, you know what I mean? Like I'll take it back off. Sometimes they gonna be like, "What time you coming? What time you gonna get there?" I'm like, "Day, all I need is 2 hours." No, I want you to come early. I'll be like, "Look, I be getting ready, low key." She be fussing. I be like, "This is a concoction." Okay.
Up after the event is over with. If it's the event over with at 12, she coming in at 11:55. I'll be like, "Princess."
But that's enough time for you to see me, right? As long as you saw me, we good.
Just enough time. Get your 5 minutes.
And she came to the last party. She came in a decent time. She was in there.
Yeah, she was there for a little while.
3 hours.
Because I stayed on her. I teased her for 4 days straight. Do y'all understand? I be in the chat. I stayed on her butt. I'm like, come at 8 o'clock. Spend the night at my house. I had everything planned. Princess. I stay on top of. That's why.
Well, you know, so you also got to put into play that I got a lot of many faces. Okay, y'all. Okay, I do a lot of different things. So you know, sometimes you know the get out is something special. Okay. I gotta get the kids ready. I done cook dinner, you know what I mean? And I done made this cake on the side, you know, and then I gotta get dressed, you know. And then if I ain't shop, which I probably didn't bought like 4 different outfits because I don't know which one I want to wear. But then, you know what I'm saying? You make it through your, you know, it's a performance. I'm getting ready for my performance every single time.
But
so that's why I come like
that's the love.
But you bringing it back. You just bringing it actually, you know, when it was events or whatever, like now, like people just come out, they just come out or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's how we was at the party.
Back then you did have to like, and this was back then when people used to starch their jeans for like an hour. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Outfit ready a day before.
Yeah, like they getting ready a day before.
Yes.
Saturday's the party. Friday, we getting ready now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, what you wearing, man? What you wearing? You
exactly.
You went to the airbrush shop? Oh, okay.
It was
airbrush shop.
A fashion show. At them events, it was a fashion show. Like,
see, the crazy thing then was one, you know, you didn't have a lot of money, or two, you know, like I said, being a heavy girl, they didn't have a lot of things that I can wear that I can be just as flashy. But I had a grandmother, and my grandmother, when I say she dressed, you know what I mean? I'm like, Grandma, I'm gonna be like you when I grow up, you know, I want to be flashy and all those things, you know, and it makes you feel better. It makes you feel better. You look good, you feel good, you know, your presence feel good to people, you know, it's everything. So, you know, it's just a part of the, I guess, the dance world, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say it definitely come out in your dancing. Like if you wear certain clothes and you feel good, the moves gonna be coming out flying fresh. Like you just the man. Like
yeah, then that night I saw you, and I had on pink, right?
Yeah.
I had on a pink skirt, right?
Yeah. And your style changed, just you know, like it'd be so dope. Like man.
Yeah, it's sometimes it depends on what I got on and the music, you know. The music is everything.
Yeah.
So now you got any favorite DJs that just like?
Of course. Seriously, my favorite DJ. Now, I'm from back in the day, so you know, I love me some Dion. Actually, Dion is family. You know, Milton them. But my all-time favorite DJ is DJ PJ. Icky News. Boy, you play that? Y'all want to start a fight? Yeah, y'all want to start a fight? Now, Gatman also have a song I like too. Man, Gatman used to go to high school together. Okay, and when he came out with his track, Gatman gonna bang that. Gatman gonna beat the bot. Matter of fact, we performed at Dunbar High School and he DJ'd. Me, some of the guys that used to dance in the dungeon, Greg, it was a couple more. They went to Dunbar High School with me, but he played that track. Okay, first of all, the girls at the school never liked me because I hang with all the boys who can dance. Problem number one, right? Anyway, so man, we didn't even know he was gonna drop this track, y'all. He dropped it on our solos. Oh my God. I went crazy. So I mean, I got a mixture of DJ. It just depends on what song they're gonna play, you know.
Yeah.
Chip. I like when Chip get down. You know, we used to go to the Union Hall parties. Y'all. Oh my God. Oh. Okay. Now, crazy. When they was going to Catalina's, my mother would not let me go to Catalina's, y'all. Yes, I did not go to Catalina. Look, my mother used to be like, you know, she was one of the moms, right? It was a sneak attack, okay? I used to sneak to dance practice in her work building.
Wow.
Her whole staff used to be in on it, y'all. They had my back, okay? They knew I was supposed to dance, okay? I used to run from 58th and Michigan to 51st and King Drive, sneak in the back door.